Hello and welcome to Candidates on the Clock, sponsored by the Newton County Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Lanier Sims, and today we're joined by Dr. Laklieshia Izzard, that is running for Georgia State House, District 93. Dr. Izzard, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Absolutely. And again, thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. I am Dr. Laklieshia Izzard, and I am running for Georgia State House District 93, which encompasses a portion of Newton County, Rockdale County, and DeKalb County. I am a licensed mental health counselor and educator of close to 20 years, and I absolutely love service. I've been serving in counselor leadership and organizational-based community leadership for now the past 10 years, and have just been blessed to collaborate with close to 60 community stakeholders across the state of Georgia in multiple areas, in criminal justice, in mental health, and economic development, in business, you just name it. So I'm so grateful for that particular opportunity. But I am a proud HBCU grad, should I say double HBCU grad, from Fayetteville State University and the great and the largest HBCU in the nation, which is North Carolina A&T State University. So I have to give a shout out to them. Aggie pride, Aggie land. But that's just a little bit about me as it relates to why I decided to run for office. Again, because I love my community and I love serving my community, because I have a heart for my community. And I had two beautiful late grandmothers who were community champions. They gave their communities what they had, whether that was child care, whether that was food, whether it was clothing, whether it was shelter. They gave to build strong community relationships. And that's what I'm about. Community partnerships, community relationships, so that we can make the changes that are needed for our communities down at the Gold Dome.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, so you know that we had citizens to submit questions.
Yes.
So we're going to jump into a few of those questions. Question number one, are you willing to support legislation to offer nonpartisan local elections? And that's your Board of Commissioners, Board of Education, and your municipalities.
Absolutely, and I can understand why that is something moving forward that we may very well need as it relates to nonpartisan. As you spoke about our Board of Commissioners, I have great relationships with several individuals on our Board of Commission. So again, we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to uplift and to build and to bring our communities together, even if that means nonpartisan related. Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, our next topic gets into redistricting. So would you support, or what's your view on legislation to remove politics from the redistricting process by using automation or an appointed board to remove partisan interests from that process?
That's an interesting one there. I would say, again, looking at the needs based upon the people. So for supporting legislation like that, that is something that I still would want to have maybe some community forums around to get some more input from the community and their views and why that is something that they feel would be necessary, just to give me some more background knowledge and research. Because again, we're elected by the people, so we are here to serve the people, and I need to get a greater understanding from the people so that I can move forward in how supporting that legislation will benefit us.
Thank you. All right, we're going to jump into healthcare a little bit. What is your view on the expansion of Medicare and Medicaid in the state of Georgia?
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that question. I am absolutely in support of Medicaid expansion. Again, I am a licensed mental health counselor. One of my platforms is affordable access to health care. I also serve on the board of directors for the National Alliance for Mental Illness of Georgia. We were just extremely blessed to make history by passing HB 1013, the Mental Health Parity Act. That's a start. Okay, and we're grateful that we're moving in that direction, but Medicaid expansion would make it even better for us to provide the necessary services that we need for all families across the state of Georgia. So yes, I'm in major support for Medicaid expansion.
Thank you. So our next question jumps into jobs. The question is stated, and I'm going to rephrase it a little bit. Will you support, or what's your view on an increase in our state minimum wage?
I would have to say yes, I would support that. And the reason why I say that I would support that, again, I have working class parents. And my mother is a certified nurse assistant of close to 30 years, and that's something that has been a challenge for her as it relates to the type of pay and salary that she has been able to get. She also fights for the Fight for 15, actually, so that she can increase that for her area as well as it relates to the minimum wage. But absolutely, I believe that it would help individuals to better support their families, to feel a little bit better about the income that they have coming in. As we know, when people don't have money, they do not feel as though that they're in control of their life. When people do not have money, they do not have options. When people do not have money, they cannot even give to charitable organizations that they believe in. So again, increasing the minimum wage helps to build the confidence of those in our communities as well as to being able to take care of their families.
Okay. Piggybacking on that, it goes into our next question. As Rivian is slated to make Social Circle its new headquarters, what do you think what needs to be done to prepare your constituents for the Rivian arrival? Everything I would say from roads and infrastructure to getting jobs. What do you think?
And again, because I am a very people person and a community-based person, awareness. And that's something that I have seen work wonderfully. Being on the board of directors for the National Alliance of Mental Illness, we push awareness, awareness, awareness. So again, community-based forums, workshops, community gatherings, anything to make sure that the community has the opportunity to ask the questions that they need to ask and to receive the knowledge and the education that they need to understand why Rivian is so great for Newton County. Many of us who've been elected officials, who've been in service, we understand the value of economic development and some of the jargon and the terms, but we want to make sure that all the citizens within our community understand. And so providing them that awareness and that education, I believe, will make all the difference.
Okay, thank you. Would you support, or what's your view on eliminating state income tax?
My view on eliminating state income tax. Again, it goes back to economic development. And I do believe when taxes are decreased, it allows for families to have more money. When it allows for families to have more money, they're going to spend more money and put more money into our economy. The demand also goes up. So that then allows our economy to continue to grow. But again, it goes back to what I said as it relates to building that confidence in our community, in our families. When they have the money that they need to take care of their needs and their family, they are going to spend and provide what is needed to help to boost our economy.
Okay, thank you. Historically, none of our local delegation lives inside of Newton County. You obviously do live inside of Newton County, but this question, I guess, will be for the entire district. What can you do to make more attempts for appearances, planning for upcoming legislative sessions, and general presence in the county?
Absolutely. Love that question. Absolutely love it. Yes, I'm a proud Newton County resident of 13 years. Have to say that I've also been blessed to work in Newton County for Georgia Piedmont Technical College, our Newton campus. So again, I think I've been a part of that economic development process piece as well. But showing up is absolutely something that I already do, something that I will continue to do. I serve the residents in Newton County by volunteering, by doing food boxes, feeding the seniors, all of those different things, as well as community partnerships. I think that is very, very huge when it comes to individuals who are elected officials. Developing those community-based partnerships helps us to continue to grow as a community and for them to learn and understand more about legislation and why these different things are needed. Our community events that we have, making sure that we are present at as many community events as possible so that again, that the community gets to see our face. They get to ask us questions. They get to open up to us so that again, we know what their needs are. Because remember, the community puts us in office to represent and to serve the people. So again, it goes back to their needs. Did I miss anything else on that?
So piggybacking on that goes into I believe this may be our last question.
Okay.
What are the challenges facing your district that must be addressed in the next 4 years?
And because we do have the largest district, District 93 encompasses part of Newton County, huge part of Rockdale County, and a huge part of DeKalb County. One of the key areas I really have to speak to, because it is my passion, it is my gift, but also it's essential, and that is our healthcare services, okay? We have quite a few as it relates to our statistics of those who are uninsured across District 93. We also have our United States veterans. Many of them are disabled. I've been blessed to be able to work as a counselor with United States veterans. I am a TRICARE mental health counselor. So again, I've seen many of their challenges and their needs across our district as well. Sometimes that includes job difficulties, being able to acquire jobs, but mainly access to services. So that is one of my key areas in trying to move the needle and bring change to first, because I'm a firm believer, if we have a healthy, whole community in mind and emotion, then we can go on and move toward economic development, public safety, because they're able to thrive. They have the confidence that they need. But we have to start with healing our community, and the services have to be there. And right now, because we're still considered to be rural counties out here, Newton County, Rockdale, even portions of DeKalb, those services are very limited. And again, the mental health world is my world. So I've been in that world for close to 20 years. So I know what exists and I know what does not exist. And our communities are grieving, they are hurting, and the families are not getting the services that they need. Actually, out here in this area, we only have one primary mental health organization. We gotta change it.
Thank you for that answer. What makes you more qualified to hold State House District 93 than the current incumbent?
And again, I would have to go back to my background as it relates to clinical mental health. We are currently in a mental health crisis. We do not have the services that we need to heal and to recover our community. I have the clinical background. I have the community partnerships. I have served multiple populations of hurting people, not just within our district, but even across the state of Georgia. I've served United States veterans. I've served the incarcerated. I've served the elderly. I've served families. I've served children. And again, I've served the hurting. And I'm a firm believer that those that serve the hurting should be in the house to make the changes. Because again, we see the hurting needs of the people. I've also been in the school system. I'm an educator, a professor. So I've seen those challenges and those needs. So again, that is what sets me apart and puts me in a position to equip me to go in as a unique candidate to again serve the hurting, to bring our communities together so that we can thrive and move beyond this mental health crisis that we are currently in.
So the second part of this question is, if elected, what will be your key initiatives?
Absolutely. First, access to affordable health care, as I've already mentioned. Second, economic development, job creation and business retention. I'm a small business owner. So again, I understand the needs of entrepreneurs, small businesses. I also understand how that builds our economy by us having more small businesses and having more jobs. What we do not want to do is take our homegrown talent right here in Newton County, Rockdale or DeKalb, and have those individuals to go out to other cities, because again, that takes the money out of our city. And lastly, public safety improvements. I've worked in the Georgia prison system. So again, I've seen the needs of officers as well as inmates and multiple areas in public safety, EMT, 911 dispatch, crisis response. all of these areas. Those are my reasons for running for office.
Thank you. And thank you for answering all these top questions that were submitted by our citizens. At this time, can you close us out with any further information about you or your campaign? And also, if you can give us your campaign information so voters can have a way to reach out to you.
Absolutely. Well, this has been a wonderful interview. I have enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And again, I am Dr. Laklieshia Izzard, and you can follow me at Facebook at Dr. Laklieshia Izzard. That is where you'll see all of the events that are upcoming for my campaign, all of the good things that I'm currently doing in the particular field, as well as service and community events that I am involved in. But again, I am your community champion. I am for the people. I'm in my community to serve my community because I have a heart for my community. That is why you must vote for Dr. Laklieshia Izzard on May the 24th, 2022. Thank you.
Thank you.